I just wanted to take a few minutes to review your sleep profile and mindfulness mind-body connection assignment. So when you go into this assignment, you'll see here that there are a few things attached, a few things for you to click on through links. So this first one, you're going to complete the occupational profile of sleep, and that is a document that you will need to complete on yourself. So you'll see here it asks some pretty basic information and some information about your sleep and wake routine, as well as your sleep environment and some sleep patterns. So complete that first. Then once you complete that, I want you to analyze and examine the results from that profile. I want you to think about and develop a sleep routine or a sleep plan based on those results. Then you're going to practice using mindfulness for 4 days, either using body scan or meditation. If you scroll down towards the bottom of the assignment, you'll see lots of options for, I think there's 5 different options for videos that you can do for this particular assignment in regards to practicing mindfulness. Then I want you, as you're doing those mindfulness practices, I want you to journal or note your responses, and identifying how it helps or hinders, and how you felt about following through with that for 4 days in a row. One thing I would like to point out is that this assignment cannot be submitted late. You must submit this assignment on time. The amount of time and effort that it takes to grade this assignment, it would make it very difficult to have people turning it in late. So again, please note you may not turn in this assignment late. The format of this paper, there is a template that gives you an idea of what you need to be doing for this assignment. It'll show you like where your page numbers need to go, where all of the different headers may need to go, that kind of thing. So please utilize that. That should help you to organize your paper. Then you're going to go through and there's different sections. So you're going to see in bold here, introduction. Then it tells you what needs to go there. Importance of sleep on mind and body overview. And then it tells you what needs to go there. Please make sure that you do this for each of these sections. And then in your paper, use the header that's highlighted here as the header in your paper, so that then I'll know exactly what you're talking about and I can easily grade that. Also, I want to make sure that everybody sees that there is a minimum of 5 peer-reviewed scholarly references required for this paper. So if you use a website, that's fine, but that does not count as one of your 5 peer-reviewed scholarly references. Then you're going to want to make sure that those scholarly peer-reviewed references, that those basic 5, are all within the last 10 years. Then you're also going to take those peer-reviewed scholarly references, in addition to having them on your reference page, you're going to take the 5 and add them to the template that is shown here for the table. So for this, you're going to enter the name of each of the 5 articles, the authors of each one, the year for each one, the peer-reviewed journal name, and then I want you to tell me if that article is quantitative, qualitative, or mixed. And then once you finish that, you're going to just attach that to your assignment, or you're going to turn it in with your assignment. Then make sure when you are completing your references that you remember that you still have to do the reference page. You still have to include those 5 references on your reference page. The table is in addition to that. Then you have some appendices you need to include, which is your fully completed sleep profile and your mindfulness notes. Then the next portion of this assignment, prior to submitting your paper for grading, you need to submit your paper to Thinking Storm. So you need to think about your time frames when you're working on this so that you get it done soon enough that you can turn it into Thinking Storm, make the changes that Thinking Storm suggests, and still be able to turn it in on time. Remember, it can take up to 48 hours to receive feedback from Thinking Storm. So then just make sure that you, like I said, plan for that. Then when you're turning in your assignment, be sure you submit your draft to Thinking Storm, or your document from Thinking Storm, as well as your final draft, so that I can see that you made those changes. Then I would like to make sure that you guys remember to follow APA formatting for your in-text citations and references. Make sure your paper margins are correct. Make sure you're double spaced using 12-point font, all of those kinds of things as well. And then just make sure that you are looking at your rubric so that you know exactly what we're looking at and what we're grading on. This rubric is broken down pretty specifically to give you a lot of good information about how this will be graded and what we're looking at for your grade. If you go through and you make sure you include everything that's in there, you make sure your references and in-text citations are correct, you utilize Thinking Storm and make the proper changes, and you go through the rubric and make sure everything is there, then there's no reason why you should not receive a top grade on this assignment. So if you have any questions as you're working on it, as always, please reach out to your instructor, and I look forward to reading your submissions.